Hi, guys. Welcome to Balance Consciousness. Jess here. This is your weekly collective intuitive Reiki healing for November 25th through December 1st. I hope you guys are doing so well. If you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive, and if you're new, welcome. The way my weeklies work is I pull 3 cards and it just sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to Reiki, it's a harmonious energy healing modality that will never deplete, it will never cause harm, has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a channel or a conduit, but it does have to do with your willingness to collaborate with the energy. And by willingness, I don't mean work, I just mean open. A lot of this healing happens in your subconscious, which is 95% of us that we're completely unaware of. So there is trust and faith to be had in that. That doesn't mean that you won't have conscious sensations, tinglies, emotional releases, epiphanies, what have you. It is so powerful that it can be done from a distance, which is why we're together here today. And if you feel the call to come back and experience this pre-recorded healing, that's a huge gift of this. If you feel that call, I say listen to it. There's most likely a new level to the healing that you're ready to unlock, or a message you didn't receive the first time around. Even though I'm doing these within date ranges, when you find it is when you're meant to find it. So, just stay very open. Try not to make things incredibly linear or literal. Okay. Life is fluid. Energy is fluid. A lot of this is just about finding where there's stagnancies and promoting flow. And where there isn't movement, we try to ask for movement. And whatever that movement might look like for you might manifest, differently than another. All right, guys. So how are we feeling? Pluto's in Aquarius, new age, new era. How are we feeling in this? If you're in the States, happy Thanksgiving. I think a lot of our previous healings the past couple weeks, like who can you get messy around, was a big message, or, having hard conversations with people. I think it's been a good prep for this week, right? A lot of us are going to be around family. Maybe there's going to be some uncomfortable conversation. It tends to happen around the holidays. We love family, but good old family, right? And so I can really feel that a lot of you are deep in that process now. If you're finding that you're in a bit of overwhelm around family this week, I've been starting to post more of what I call balance hacks, and they're in my shorts. Feel free to check them out. Really quick grounding tools, or immune support tools, or things to help you in the moment. Drop back in, remember who you really are, so that you can move forward from there. Now, we also have a new moon in Sagittarius coming up at the end of this week, and we're in Sagittarius season now, guys. We're out of the death and rebirth transformation Scorpio season, and now we're in Sagittarius season. And do check out my Sagittarius season healing as well. That will be for the collective, and we'll move through that season. You can watch that as many times as you like, but this Sagittarius season is a little bit different than it normally is. Sagittarius is normally incredibly spontaneous, and we will be that way. We are going to be supported in that regard, but we are also still coming out of this deep scorpionic reflective transformation. Some of you have been doing some really deep shadow work, and this is going to be a season to integrate. I feel like I do this every single year as a reminder, and it's just because we need it. But remember that winter is not supposed to be a time for go, go, go in our bodies and our hearts and our nervous systems, right? But unfortunately, the holidays kind of make it so. We get really excited and then we crash and we get sick. We put too many things on our checklist. We start to worry about end of the year, like final quarter in our businesses. There's all sorts of things like that, but really innately and naturally, we're supposed to be nourishing and hibernating. And we're supposed to really be tapping in with our divine feminine energy, our receptivity, our our gestation, our creativity. And we're not supposed to really be springing into action a lot. That's going to be spring. That's when we're naturally supposed to be going more. We're supposed to be more spring loaded, if you will. So, if you find that you have a lot on your to do list right now, try your very best to be gentle with yourself, to nourish yourself, but to get some things done now this week so that you can really intentionally set aside time, December, January, February, to give yourself the honor of moving slower if you need it. And the truth is that we will all need it. We will. We will. So, off my soapbox. I love you guys. How are you doing? Let's do 3 cards to support the collective's healing. 1, thank you. I've been feeling a lot of you went really deep in introspection in the Scorpio season. Like a lot of you might have isolated a bit more, gotten a little quieter. I mean, I even feel it in my community. I feel you there still. But I feel us in much more introspection. Introspection, I think, is the right word. We're not as communicative. We're like holding things close to our chest a little bit more for some of you. Yeah, yeah. So if you're in that space and you're nourishing yourself, wonderful. If you're in that space and you feel like you're hiding and there's like shame coming up or pain in that regard, that's when we can seek one person, or we can seek spirit or God, divine, the universe, and just remember that we're not alone. Guys, before I get into the cards, I just want to remind you that I've been putting out a lot more new content. I am much more than an energy worker. That is a huge root of who I am. But I'm also a coach in self love and spirituality, and I have a large, huge, extensive background in health and wellness and fitness and um, preventative holistic health and all sorts of things. So, if you're looking to find more balance and tools to apply to the messages that you receive in these healings, definitely check out the rest of my content in my shorts and my videos. I've done a really organized job in my Virgo ways. I'm a Virgo sun, for those of you who don't know, to really organize them into playlists so that you can really see, kind of move in the realm that you want to move. Now, lastly, I want to promote my free offering, my manifestation course. If you guys are feeling stuck and you've done all this deep transformative healing and you're ready to achieve the life you want, the link for that's below. It is such an exciting video. I was so pumped. I was just so pumped to offer it. So I hope you'll check that out. Lastly, keep your eye out for a new group community that I am getting ready to launch pretty soon. There's just so much stirring and so much new coming. And I'm really just so grateful to connect with you guys more in different ways if you feel aligned with it. All right, let's get to the cards. So we got the 3 of Wands. Got some cool sun reflections today. 3 of Wands. We got the Chariot. And we have the 5 of Wands. Did we get this last week, you guys? Might have been 5 of Swords. There was definitely a 5 there. Well, lots of wands. We got a lot of passion going on. We have this forward movement Chariot. Messages are going crazy, so let's settle and just ask the Reiki to come in. Okay, have a seat, lie down, do what feels really good for you. Take a big breath into your body, become present with yourself, and specifically your body, your vessel. We're going to thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. Sorry, guys, one more announcement. I have just launched my next Reiki level 1 and 2 training as well. For those of you who've been showing interest in going on that journey, you can find all that on my website and the links below as well. Yeah, I'm feeling such wand energy, such passion. I think the reason why that announcement came up was, it's just an outlet reminder for some who are just ready to find their purpose, or maybe you feel like, oh gosh, like I think I finally figured out like my next step or what I want to do, or things like that. Some of you are really kind of looking off into this new beginning after all this healing you've done, and you're like, oh my gosh, what's next? I feel like something's coming quickly, but I have no idea what it is. If you're feeling a little lost or scattered, like I said, like, for some of you, it's really about finding that one person to either lean on, vent to, confide in. Some of you, it's another level of like seeking some organized professional help, whether that's in counsel, therapy, coach, um, something of that regard. Wherever you are, could just be as simple as reaching out to a friend that you haven't to in a while, or opening up a little bit more vulnerably to your partner or to a family member. Yeah. Hmm. This Five of Wands really does seem like it's in the past or it's going into the past, but it's something that's kind of been in your existence for a long time. This like fight to be right, or this challenges. They're just saying challenges, generally speaking. And I think that's just good to keep it broad, right? Because we all have a different story. We've all been going through different challenges, whatever they might look like. Even if they might still be present in your 3D, they are starting to become more like something that needs to be released from your system and your being as a pattern, right? And I think you already know what I mean, but let me elaborate. It's like we've been so used to challenge and hardship that once it kind of tones down, our nervous system gets in the mode of like, all right, well, okay, like what's next? Like where's the next challenge? Because I'm just ready for that. You know, we don't want to live that way. That's fight or flight, right? We want to get our nervous system really balanced. We want to kick more into that excuse me, parasympathetic. We want to get into that rest and digest for the majority of our life. We want to go into fight and flight only when we need to, when we're quite literally in a survival situation. That shouldn't be our norm, but unfortunately for a lot of humans it is right now. So that I think that just needed to be said for some of you. Just some more nervous system regulation. And a lot of this has to do with trust too, cultivating more trust that the work that we've done is going to pay off, that it is worth it, that we are worth it, that we are so much more worthy than we have ever believed. We are more than enough. Um, yeah, like I'm actually hearing, guys, like so many of you are ready for that life that you desire, but there's still a disbelief because there's still just like an underlying pattern because we've been dealing with so much. For some of you, you've just gone through so much healing and release that like you just need some integration time before you just go to the next thing. It doesn't have to be for super long. Some of you, maybe, some of you. But really tap in and just ask yourself, like, what do I need? Not where should I be or what should I be doing? What do I need? What is best suiting me? What is best going to serve me right now? Those are the kind of questions that bring in and offer self-love and more deep introspection. Yeah. All right. Let's see how the chakras are doing, you guys. For some of you, though, something's coming in fast. Like when we when we do deepen into the trust of this Three of Wands, just trusting that when we step out off that bridge into the unknown, we know it's going to be our best path, whatever that might be. When you tap into that, something's going to come in fast with that Chariot card. Okay. Mhm. Okay, yeah, a little bit of heart, lots of solar, a little bit of root. I'm going to deepen into that solar plexus a little bit more, okay, guys? So just bring your attention to that navel, to that diaphragm area, base of the ribs, and just bring in some really big deep breaths there. I think some of us are just in the process of calling our power back in. Remember, guys, that you can do that at any time. You have the power to say, stop, reset, I call my power back from everywhere, everyone, everything I've given it to. Doesn't mean you're cutting people out of your life. It just means, whoa, hey, let me call that back in, replenish myself first. Quite literally setting that intention, seeing that power coming back into your solar plexus. Yeah. And as I'm saying that, it's starting to fill up my heart and move up to my throat a little bit. And I think it's really important to just reiterate that that's always our choice, right? So if you ever find that you're coming into a victim mindset, like a woe is me, like I just have to do this and this and this for everyone and everyone and everyone, remember that it's always your choice, right? Now I know like that my big argument I get against that is like, well, I'm a parent, I don't have a choice. I completely understand that. Try again not to think like very literal, linear. Try and think more fluid. You can be there physically for someone without pouring out all of your energy source, all of your battery into them. You can, okay? Sometimes it's just a matter of giving yourself 60 seconds to do something for yourself. Again, check out those balance hack shorts. I have a lot of little shorts for things to support you just for a minute or so. And that's where the magic happens, right? It's not about doing these long sitting meditation practices, although those can be so yummy, right? How many of us have huge amounts of time for that, right? Let's be real. The magic happens when you're able to give yourself that 1 minute every morning and you stick to that 1 minute every morning, okay? This feels like it's in the past or it's moving into the past, but we might not be letting go of that idea yet, of those challenges, of those struggles. There's like so much passion coming in right now. When I know passion can come in many forms, so let me reiterate. I mean, it's really manifesting for all of you in a different way. Some of you, it's passion for purpose. Some of you, it's passion for creativity, for the work that you do, for someone that you love, for your children. That's coming up. Passion for something new, passion um, for a new education. Some of you are going out into some sort of new venture. It's really cool. Yeah. Mm. All right, that's starting to disperse a little bit more. One thing I will say, guys, that I'm like so happy to feel is I'm not feeling like the deep grief I've been feeling the past month or so from some of you. The throat chakra is really cleared a lot for the collective. I know a lot of you have been really finding ways to express your truth to yourself, and then you can express it to others. You know, like some of you have really come to terms, like had some really beautiful epiphanies of like, oh my gosh, that's my truth. Oh my gosh, that's who I am. And sometimes we're like, Why didn't I see that before? That's wild, but that's so exciting, you guys. And just know that the rest of this year, we're continuing to kind of shed away these old patterns, because coming into this new age of Aquarius might feel a little like wonky at first. Like, we can all say that we want new and we want unity and we want love and we want less division and all of that. But we also have to be realistic that that might be a little bit more of a long game than we think. So the more that we go inward and work on ourselves individually, the better, right? Just take it a day at a time. Use this holiday season to really be present, to be curious when you get triggered by things or things really frustrate you. Instead of reacting, can you approach it with a more like, huh, that's interesting that that happened. It's really interesting. Let me just sit with that curiosity and not analyze it immediately or put a name to it immediately. Let me just be really curious about that. Why did that person do that thing? Or why did I do that thing? Or why did I feel that way when I heard that person or when I saw that person? Or, just ask questions. Ask questions. Yeah, as I say that, I'm starting to get a lot of pressure up in the head. That's really interesting. I think that's sparking some of your third eye, some of your internal wisdom. Um, Super specific, but maybe you may have a lot of like earth sign placements, and it's just hard for you to get out of your head and overthink and analyze about things. And we might need to just, clear that a little bit and tap into our internal wisdom a bit more. For some of us, that's just about simply dropping into your body more. Air signs, too. Air signs. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of movement, though. Remember, we're just looking for more movement where there are blockages, right? Mm, beautiful. I'm really curious, guys. What is this passion I'm feeling? It's really different for all of you. Some of you, it's like you're looking at love in a completely different way. Some of you, it's like rejuvenating the relationship with yourself or finding it for the first time. Some of you, it's very work related. Um, some of you have healed friendships. Some of you have had some friendships die away and new ones come in, and they just feel really rejuvenating. They're bringing more vitality in. Yeah, what drains you and what gives you energy? That's always like a really good question to ask, because I'm feeling that solar plexus again as I'm talking about that. Guys, before we take our final breath, I just want to give a little bit of silence here. We're just going to do some really nice sweeping clearing, getting some tinglies going. Just give yourself big breaths. Beautiful, guys. Trust is the key. Okay? Trust is the key. Let's take a final breath in together. All right. If you want to keep focusing on your power center, focus on that yellow gold of the solar plexus. I'm going to bring in a white crystalline light for us as well, and you can focus on that. We're going to feel that color coming in through our crown and filling up our body, okay? Let's relax the muscles even more. Exhale, get all of your air out. Slow inhale in through your nose. Hold it at the top and feel that white crystalline or golden light coming down into your body. Feel it really fill you up. Fill you up with comfort and trust. Really feel, what does trust feel like in your body as this light is moving through? What does trust actually feel like in yourself, in the process, and in the divine? Let's exhale, pushing out what doesn't serve you. Yeah, that's the message this week. Trust is the key. Trust is the key. We must have trust. We must have trust in order to achieve anything we want. We must. Otherwise, we're moving through with force. And there will be resistance. It doesn't mean you can't achieve things that way. It's just going to be a lot harder, a lot more resistant, most likely much slower. Because they just keep saying, if you trust, fast, 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 fast. Look at the unicorns. Look at that forward movement. And we can leave this in the past. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Trust is the key. What does it feel like in your body to trust? And if you have resistances to that, just again, get curious with it. Okay. We're going to lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus chakra. We're never putting on armor or guarding. We're saying what's mine is mine, and what does not serve me, kindly stay out. Really feel that going into your power center. It is all yours. Here's the thing, guys. You always have the choice to literally click this video off and choose to give all that power away again. So we set the intention, we lock it up nice and tight, and then it's up to you to continue to move forward because you have the power. You totally have the power of choice at any moment. All right. And that's really exciting. Really, really exciting. Okay, guys. I love you so much. I hope that this healing was supportive. Please do like the video and subscribe if you haven't joined our beautiful, beautiful community yet. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, what's this passion specifically, or what's blocking your trust, or how has trust been working through you lately? What is this past pattern that you need to be letting go of? Let us know. Send love out to everyone else. Share this video with someone who you think it would support. I hope that you can really stay balanced and in your own self-love and nourishment this week. Again, if you're in the States for Thanksgiving, and otherwise just every single day, no matter what. Please do check out all the links down below for the things I mentioned before, my one-on-one work. If you're curious about any of it, it's all down below. I appreciate you all so much for the donations you send and the love that you spread in this community. I love you guys. I will see you next time.